All right, welcome to the Wind River Range. Today is Sunday, August 10th. I'm here with my son Ben and his friend Liam, and we're out here gonna do a 4-day backpacking trip out here. Main attraction we're here to see is the Cirque of the Towers. Probably get to see that tomorrow, but then after that we're gonna follow Lizard Head Trail and kind of like loop around and then come back to the trailhead, probably via this same trail here. So yeah, we're excited to be out here. Probably, well, we're going northbound on the CDT right now. Departed from the Big Sandy Trailhead, and probably about the first 3 miles have been all kind of in the trees and stuff, which is nice. But this is kind of our first big view here in this meadow. Kind of got a late start this morning. Yesterday we camped at the Big Sandy Reservoir. It's kind of south of here. It was probably about, I don't know, hour and a half, hour 45-minute drive to Big Sandy Trailhead from there. All dirt and gravel roads, and actually the roads were not actually too bad. There was a little bit of washboarding, but most of the roads were pretty good up until what is it called? Up until we turned on the Big Sandy cut across road or whatever. Then from there until the trailhead, that was like probably one of the roughest roads I ever drove on. It was pretty rough. It was probably average about 20 miles an hour. But yeah, we're excited to be here, and I think this is going to be a fun trip. All right, so left the trailhead at about noon, and our original plans were to try to get to into the Cirque of the Towers and camp near Lonesome Lake. It's something like 15 miles going the way that we're going, so I don't think we're gonna have enough time to do that. Probably gonna end up camping at Shadow Lake or one of those lakes kind of right before doing the scramble at Texas Pass. So that's the plan. So far we're making good time. Probably about 4.5 miles in, and I think we've been going for about 2 hours or so.
It's like, what do you want to learn at vocal lessons? Just had more stamina?
My voice keeps, I think I'm singing wrong. I think I'm singing in a way that's ruining my voice, you know?
Lake.
Alright, we made it here to Shadow Lake. Got here at about 5:30, so left the trailhead about noon, so we put about 5.5 hours of hiking in. Just eating dinner. I got a peak refuel chicken Alfredo. It's delicious. We decided we're definitely just going to camp here. Pretty much, I think we're done hiking for the day for sure. We put in about 11 miles. Actually, we were kind of just talking, like, even had we left earlier, I think we still would have just stopped here. So it was just probably a little bit too much to try to get to down to Lonesome Lake in the Cirque, but you can see behind me here, this is kind of like the back side of the Cirque of the Towers, so this is kind of a cool view too. So once we're done eating dinner, we'll pack our stuff up and see if we can find a place to camp. All right, gonna take a swim. Hopefully I don't get too cold. Here we go. All right, Liam. So we're on to day 2. Just kind of finished eating breakfast here at the lake. Of course, Ben's still sleeping in the tent. Yep. So what I'm wondering is, like, what was the most notable thing for you from yesterday? Like, just anything.
Definitely coming here and seeing the mountains. There's like the 2 really sharp ones over there, and then there's also just all the water here. That was, like, I think my favorite part, and also like eating dinner was really good.
All right, Ben, we're on to day 2. We're gonna start out the day by doing the infamous rock scramble up the Texas Pass, and then down into the Cirque of the Towers. We'll see how it goes, but gonna try to do like 13 miles today. But what I'm wondering is, what was the most notable thing to you about what we did yesterday?
Probably like the grasslands with the rocks, like where there weren't any trees, where there wasn't any like tall grass or anything like that, just like the really short grass. I really like that.
Yeah, like the open areas, kind of like meadow areas.
Those are really cool.
The first views, right? Yeah. And how'd you like our campsite?
Our campsite's awesome.
Yeah.
Mountains everywhere.
It's pretty sweet, pretty sweet. All right, we're gonna head out in a little bit here we go. All right, it's a little bit after 10. We're leaving camp right about when I was hoping. So yeah, like I was saying before, first thing doing today is the Texas Pass Scramble and into the Cirque. So that should be fun. I think everybody stayed pretty warm last night. It got down to like 35, but honestly it didn't feel that chilly, so at least it seems like we were well prepared for that. So yeah, today we're gonna try and do 13 miles. After the Cirque, we're gonna go up what's it called? Lizard Head Trail, and kind of camp kind of on the other side of that, hopefully. So that's the plan. Here we go. All right, take a look at Billy's Lake. And Ben and Liam. All right, Texas Pass, here we come. Well, we're almost to the top. This is one last look down at Texas Lake. On the other side will be the Cirque. You guys ready to go down into the Cirque?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, let's do this. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go.
Gotta start walking.
Finally made it to Lonesome Lake. I don't know if I can do it.
You can do it.
It gets deep so fast.
Yeah, but it's not that bad.
Jump in.
I'm telling you, it's not that bad once you get in. Really.
Oh. Oh.
How much water stuff in my underwear? Oh. Look at swimmer. That's what they do.
Oh. That was definitely colder than Shadow Lake yesterday.
Really?
Definitely.
I'm really happy I did that though.
That was a fun little stop at Lonesome Lake in the Cirque of the Towers. I think everybody feels rejuvenated. We all jumped into the lake in our own ways, so that was fun. Filled up on water, and now we're headed to the Lizard Head Trail. Here we go, we got a lot more to do. There's looking back at the Cirque of the Towers, but we're heading on the North Fork Trail. Here we go. Lizard Head Trail this way. All right. We're about halfway to the top. All right, we're on to day 3 of our Wind River Range backpacking trip. Yesterday we did about 13 miles or so. Got into camp really late. I swear it must have been like 10:30 or so. So did a bunch of hiking in the dark. Had to find a campsite in the dark. At the end of the day, wasn't so fun, but we didn't know it at the time, but actually we definitely found a pretty good campsite, so that turned out. Yeah, little recap from yesterday. You know, we started at Shadow Lake, went over Texas Pass, then we hung out at Lonesome Lake a little bit, went swimming, and then you know, headed out basically to get to here. This is Valentine Lake that we're at right now, and was hoping it was going to go a little quicker at the end of the day. You know, we knew there was, you know, a bunch of elevation we had to do one more time, but then I was kind of thinking that we could kind of make up that time, because then after that it was mostly kind of nice downhill. That didn't really work that well. Just the Lizard Head Trail and the Bear's Ears Trail, those trails are just so rocky that it was hard to hike very fast. So that was a little frustrating, I think. But yeah, overall, I mean, yesterday was a pretty cool day to do all the stuff we did. The Lizard Head Trail, that would have been pretty cool, probably had we been able to do it in the morning. On basically our left hand side, basically the whole way you could see, you know, mountain faces the whole way. That would have been really cool, except for the sun was kind of right above that, so it was, you know, wasn't so fun to look at, having the sun in our eyes. But yeah, still pretty cool trail. And Bear's Ears Trail, I'm not sure what that trail is really like other than the trail surface, because by the time we got there it was dark. I do know there was one spot that the trail was like right up along the side of a cliff, so that was kind of interesting. So I don't know, I imagine that trail is probably pretty cool during the daytime too. So yeah, like I said, we're camped at Valentine Lake here today. Everybody's kind of sleeping in, so we're gonna get a little bit of a late start, but I think we're gonna try and get an 11-mile day in or so. We're gonna go over Washakie Pass, and then after that probably, you know, probably stay at whatever camp area, you know, comes up first, and then I think that'll set us up pretty good to get back to the trailhead and to the car tomorrow. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. All right, it's quarter after noon. We're just about packed up, getting ready to leave our site, but I just thought I'd do a campsite tour before we go. Here's where we had the tents. I already put mine away, mine was right there. This site has a nice water source over here, nice little stream. Really cold and clear. That was pretty nice to have. And then on the other side, there's actually a fire ring, a nice little rock outcrop that you can sit out and enjoy the views of the mountains and Valentine Lake. go see that next. You know, crazy thing is, like, we got here in the total dark, and honestly, when I went to bed, I wasn't even really convinced that this was like a legitimate campsite, but kind of seems like we lucked out on that one, because this one even comes with a really nice view over here. Alright, we're about to head out. Okay, Ben, so my question for you for today is what were your overall thoughts on what we did yesterday?
What we did yesterday, well, I was kind of sleep deprived the whole time since I wasn't getting good sleep, so it was really hard. I'd say it's probably like the hardest thing I've ever done, so yeah.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was swimming. We jumped in and it was awesome.
Yeah, swimming at Lonesome Lake, I think that was, right? In the Cirque of the Towers.
Yeah, it gave crazy second wind.
All right, Liam, so what were your overall thoughts on what we did yesterday?
I really liked the first half. We did a lot. And on top of the mountains, it was really cool. It was really flat, but also really rocky. But like the second end bit really was draining and really made me tired.
Yeah, up on that plateau on Lizard Head Trail, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
I thought it was kind of cool that we were up there for sunset. Whew, but yeah, that was hard. So what was your favorite part about yesterday?
Well, I saw a shooting star when it was like night, and that was really cool. It was like green and it left a trail, so that's probably my favorite thing.
The song is good.
So is Alex G's like just him?
Yeah.
That's cool. I literally been saying that too.
Yeah, but like, you know, I've been saying it, right?
Yeah, I know that. But I don't know why we never do it. Alright, keep your eyes open.
Alright guys, it's 10 to 7.
Yep.
And I think we found a good spot here on Marms Lake. What do you think?
Yeah.
For sure.
Or should we look for a better one?
Hell
No?
no.
We done for the day?
Yeah.
Alright. Sounds good. Alright, here's a view from camp at Marms Lake. This is the morning of our last day, day 4. We got our tent set up kind of behind those trees there. Yesterday we did about 9.5 miles. Today we just got about 7.5 to get back to the car. All pretty easy, should be mostly downhill. This definitely was a fun trip, and glad we came out here, and I definitely would come back for sure. There's some stuff that would have been fun to see and do, but didn't have time, so we'll have to come back again. All right, it's almost 11:30. We're leaving our camp at Marms Lake, and we're heading to the car. Should be about 7.5 miles. Okay, Ben, now that the trip is just about over, I got 2 questions for you, 2 more. So the first one is, what piece of gear did you haul around this entire time that you wish you hadn't?
Definitely my baseball hat. I never wore it. It was kind of a waste. I mean, it's not that heavy, but still completely useless.
Yeah, a little silly. You have enough hair, you don't need a baseball cap to block much, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other question is, what was your favorite part of the whole trip?
Probably just like hanging out with you guys. It was pretty fun. Just talking.
Any particular location? Or
Not
just
really.
the hanging out?
Just hanging out.
Cool. Sounds good. Alright, Liam. Now that the trip's almost over, we're heading back to the car. I got 2 more questions for you.
Yeah.
First one is, what thing did you have with you that you carried the entire time, the whole 4-day, 40 miles, that you wish you wouldn't have brought with?
My rainfly. I like never used that once.
Yeah, we never even thought it was going to rain, did we?
Yeah.
Like maybe one time up on that Lizard Head trail, I'd say that'd be about it.
Yeah.
That's fair. So then the other question is, what was your favorite part of the trip? And you can copy what others have already said. That's okay. We won't.
Yeah. Ben's probably gonna copy me, but I think my favorite part was just hanging out with you guys.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
pretty fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of good discussion, good horror film ideas.
Yeah. That was fun.
Music ideas.
Yep,
Music
good.
yeah.
Yep, good band strategy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
It's
fun.
like a lot of time to think about stuff.
Yeah, for sure. When you're walking like all day long, lots of time for that. Cool. Thanks, Liam.
Yeah.
Go figure. We were just saying how, Didn't even seem like it was going to rain one time. Now we just passed Dad's Lake, so we're almost done, and looks like there's just this one little isolated rain shower here. It's like barely raining, so that's good. All right, my turn to do the 2 questions. So the thing that I wish I hadn't carried the whole time would be definitely those 2 beers that I brought. Definitely sounded like a fun idea at first, but the truth is we didn't really have super a lot of time at camp. So like one of them I drank with dinner up on Lizard Head Trail, and then the other one I never even drank it, so I carried the silly thing the whole way. And then my favorite part, I agree with the boys, it was definitely fun talking about stuff and all that for sure. But as far as like actual scenery and part of the trip, I really liked going down the other side of Texas Pass, you know, the part after the scramble. That was really cool. A lot of wildflowers in there right now. And it was nice that I could appreciate them going down, because I think had we done that the other way and gone up that side, I don't think it would have been as easy to appreciate that stuff. So that was definitely my favorite part. Alright, couple takeaways from this trip. Yeah, super fun trip. Really glad we did it. Was pretty happy with how I planned it, although next time maybe I'd plan something a little bit easier. But that's just kind of how it goes. It's hard to tell sometimes the exact trail conditions and all that. Yeah, especially I would say like day 2 of our trip. I mean, what we did day 2, that was definitely a 2-day route. Scrambling up Texas Pass, then doing the Lizard Head Trail, and going all the way back down to Valentine Lake. That was way too much. The big issue was really that Lizard Head Trail and the Bear's Ear Trail. You know, I was kind of banking on being able to make up time on those trails on the downhill. It just never happened. Those trails were just super rocky, and so even though it was a little bit of downhill, I couldn't really go that fast. Another takeaway, just like the time of year that I decided to do this trip, I don't know, it couldn't have been any more perfect. Like, really, other than this little bit of weather you see above my head here, like there was not really one time that I actually thought we were going to get rained on, and even that kind of just drizzled a little bit of thunder. The weather was just great. Probably got up to near 70 or so every day, and at night probably got down, you know, to 40, you know, plus or minus. So just really, really great hiking weather. Also, related to that, there were very, very few mosquitoes. I mean, they weren't really present at all, except Ben had a couple trying to get them at Shadow Lake, and I had one bite me just last night at Marms. So really happy with that decision. Yeah, so finally just hope to be able to make it back here again someday. I think that'd be really awesome. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching the trip video. We'll see you later. All right, post-hike meal at Wind River Brewing Company. I think we got, what, 2 burgers and a Reuben.